there, it's been a minute since I was here. So welcome. My name is Ndutu Wambura. I am a study abroad consultant. And if you're new to this channel or you just bumped into it, then please welcome, subscribe, put your notifications bell on and stick around until the very end because I usually post a lot of good information about study abroad. I do not gatekeep. This channel does not gatekeep at all. I tell you as it is, what to expect and what to look out for so that you are in the know and you can make a very informed choice as you decide you want to go and study abroad in 2025, or maybe you want to go and work abroad in 2025. I have a bias with the EU because that is what I am conversant with and several countries that I know the processes about. And so it's always very important also for you to do a lot of research, because as much as I will tell you information right here, what you might find out there for your specific university or course might be a little different or a bit more in-depth. These videos are very short videos and there's a lot of information that you actually need to know before you can settle in for a course, which is why I encourage you to book a consultation with me and I can give you all the information that I know. I can guide you. And this is what I do on this channel. Now, welcome. There is some really good news that I have to share first before we can go on with the video, is that I was in Kenya in December and I was honored by the State Department for Diaspora Affairs, and I was honored with an award, the Uzalendo Diaspora Award. And this award was to recognize the work that I have been doing for study abroad for a lot of you who have been with me transitioning from Kenya all the way to Europe, others whom have guided on their applications. Some have been successful, others have not been successful, others have, continued on to apply. And through that process, it has been very rewarding. And so this award is definitely dedicated to all of you. Every one of you I have spoken to, each and every one of you who has watched this channel, gathered some good information and used it for their own good. This award is a dedication to all of you. So welcome. Stick around here. If you feel that this information is helpful to you and you want to buy me a coffee, there's a link right down below that you can utilize to buy me a coffee, obviously, or send me an M-Pesa if you feel that this information is helpful to you as well. So do not hesitate also to reach out to me on any one of my social media handles, and I'll be happy to interact with you. So this is a new year, new things, bigger things. Hopefully we also improve on the gear and I tell you more information about living in Portugal and give you a variety of content. So keep sticking around for all this good stuff and I hope that I will deliver very well to you. Now, you're thinking of moving abroad in 2025 and you're wondering, okay, so which country should I choose? There's a lot of choices out there and I'm like, I see a picture here, a video there. I think about maybe somebody is doing better in Luxembourg, or maybe somebody is doing better in Canada, or maybe I should go to Australia, or is it the US, or maybe it's the UK. You just don't know which country to choose and can be a bit confusing. I get it, 100% get it. I've been there. In fact, the first time I wanted to move abroad, I wanted to move to the US. And so I began to actually apply for a green card, but that path was actually not for me. So Portugal has worked for me so far. It's been a whole 9 years, going to the 10th year. I can't even believe it, honestly. Please watch my previous videos so that you can get some information about, the things that I have learned along the way. There's a lot that I have learned and I keep learning. And I always say that, as much as I'm sharing just my information, my experiences, you also need to do a lot of research so that, you can also leverage or in on, information that has been shared by other people, your own research as well, which is very crucial before you can make that choice. One, there's a lot of scamming out there. We've seen news all over about how even Kenyans have gone to places and the jobs have been really bad for them, and some have been scammed, others have gone through so much. There's a lot that is going across the globe. So it's very crucial to realize that, you can choose a non-popular country and thrive in that country. However, do very good research. So what are the things that you need to look out for before you can decide that, hey, this is the opportunity that I want to pursue. First of all, the opportunity that is posted wherever, it doesn't matter where it has been posted, do your fact checking. And there are several ways that you can do your fact checking. Is first of all, if it's a company that has said, oh, we are looking for people to go to country A, B, C, D, E, go on the internet. The internet is for free, yeah? Go on the internet and check and see whether is this accurate. Are they really looking for people in those different countries? Are they really looking for students in those different countries that have been listed on that particular advertisement? Is it for real? Once you do that search, it's very easy to know. You can also ask authorities to see whether this is a legitimate job offer or a legitimate study opportunity offer, or it's just too good to be true. It's very important to be skeptical in the first instance. Once you do your own research and you're convinced and you have some backup and you know for a fact that this job is actually existent, it's also very important to see which country is this that I'm being offered. What is the life like in that country? And by life, I mean, you know what? You find an opportunity and you're like, you know what? I'm just going to go into it. But then again, you're going to be living in that country. So you have to really think about the weather, the culture, the food, the people, the immigration issues, all these kind of things, accommodation, cost of living, which is very, very crucial. All these things that will come at you fast and you don't even realize it because you just see an opportunity and you're like, you know, I have to jump on that. But you have to really, really think about it. I'll give an example. For example, in Portugal, we have the job seeker visa, which is a very, very good opportunity for anyone who is coming to Portugal and just to look for a job. You don't even need to have the job. You just come in and look for that job. However, it is very challenging to also find this job because one, if especially you don't speak the language, so many of the jobs will cut you off. And if you also do not have your residence card, then you might not be a very good candidate for this. And so you need to be very convincing for an employer to even give you that contract so that you can now change your job seeker visa into a residence card and all these kind of things. So it's very, very crucial to really, really look at the nitty-gritties, what to expect, so that you don't have so high expectations. And then when you come to Portugal or when you go to any other country, then you are disappointed. So first of all, do your own research about the country itself in terms of the language. Can you learn the language? Do you think you can integrate? Because it's very important. Can you learn the culture? And learn and relearn. Can you do that? Can you be able to withstand the weather conditions of that country? For instance, like in Canada, there are several people who want to go to Canada, but then again, it's 6 months of winter. And then can you stand 6 months of winter coming even from a tropical country like Kenya? Or maybe you're like, okay, it's just an opportunity. I'm just going to go there for 1 year or maybe 2 years to study and then I'll be out of it. Sure, okay, if you can withstand those 2 years, okay, fine. Can you withstand the different food, the different types of systems? Can you withstand waiting even for the immigration issues? Some of the countries might take 1 year, 2 years before they can process your visa. Can you withstand this time? So it is important for you to do research and cross out those opportunities that you have found, and some of them that might not work for you, while others might actually work for you. It is a process. It's not like you will wake up one day and boom, the following day you're in the embassy and you're already processing your visa, and then the following day you're traveling. It doesn't work like that. It takes work, and it takes, sometimes you can apply for things, apply, get rejected until you know one day it shows up, a yes shows up, and you're like, yes, this is the opportunity for you. I also believe that if an opportunity is out there for you, it will definitely happen. And if it's not, then it's okay. Keep on looking, keep on knocking on those doors until something happens. I hope this is encouragement enough, because in fact for me, before I could even go abroad to study, had applied for 20 plus master's scholarships, and all of them were either rejections, or maybe someone tells you, oh, you know what, you're such a great candidate, however, we don't have funding. Can you find your own funding? Or some will tell you, oh, we have partial funding. Are you willing to come and put the other part? Or what do you want to do? then it gives you such nightmares thinking of what exactly is it that you want to do. And I'll tell you also, if you're in Kenya and you think that what you have going on is something that you don't want to let go, I would say find a way to even do, your own research. Like maybe you can save some money and go to that country that you've been saying, you know what, I want to go to Canada, I want to go to the US, I want to go to, I don't know, Portugal, I want to go to Germany, I want to go to this country. I have always wanted to go to this country and see how it is. Do you know what? Book a trip first. Do your own scouting, do a scouting in that country. Go and see how life is really like there and immerse yourself during that trip and see, and then make a decision whether you really want to give up what you have already going on in your own country and move into the other country. Because I've seen so many videos on the internet, some people saying, oh, why are people saying don't move here? Or if you have something going on in your own country, don't move there. Let me tell you, the experience of somebody else will be very different from your own experience. Like I might have stayed here and have gone through so much, which I have actually gone through so much in Portugal. And then I'll tell you, oh my God, if you have something going on, please don't come. And then you'll think, oh, I don't want you to prosper. I don't want you to be greater. No, the thing you can do so that you can have your own first-hand experience, not what you're being told on the internet or by anyone or your relative or whoever it is. Book a trip. Plan. Nowadays, it's even very easy to, buy your own trip. Like, go ahead and save some bit of money and take a visit to the country that you have been thinking of going into and see how life is. This is one way of doing it, right? Another thing that you have to think about is your future plan. So if, for instance, maybe you want to go and study abroad, then think about, is it that you want to pursue a PhD in that country? Or is it that you want to work in that country? Or is it that you just want to benchmark, learn enough, and go back to your own country and, begin your own project? Whatever it is, be very clear about your future plans. And also be very clear whether you want things to do with like family reunion or what exactly is it that you want to do in the future. Do you want your family to join you abroad? Or do you want, to just come for 1 year, 2 years, and then go back to them? What exactly is it that you want to do? So it is very, very important to be very clear about these things so that you can make a very informed decision. Now, please don't go with the euphoria. Don't go for the most popular countries just because everybody else is moving there. Don't go for US, Australia, UK, Germany, France, just because everybody is actually moving there. Do your own research and see what works for you, because I will tell you, those countries that might be not quote unquote popular might just be those countries that open you up into greater opportunities. I've met Kenyans who've moved to countries that you would never even think of, but they thrive. Because again, it's also how you perceive the journey, because also you have to open yourself up into a country and see exactly what is it that is needed of me in this country. What can I do to thrive? What is it that will set me apart? And maybe that country, if it doesn't work, you're not a tree, you're not planted there. You can move to another different country depending on, the choices and your future plans. So I do hope that you consider several things before you decide that I'm moving. Answer yourself, I am moving to this X country because I want to do this, and in the future, I also want to do this. Make sure that you're very clear about this. Otherwise, it's not going to work. It's not going to work. I will not lie to you. So before this video becomes too long, I hope that you have loved this video, and I hope it gets you thinking about the country that you want to move into 2025, whether that is to study. Please comment down below whether you want to move to study or you want to move to work. What exactly is it that you want to do? What are your future plans? It's okay to be very clear about the future plans. It's okay to also, even for instance, if you're applying for a study abroad opportunity, to be clear whether you want to go do a PhD or what exactly you want to go and do. It's okay to be clear about this thing. I hope this video gives you that kick, and please stick around for more because I have a lot more planned for 2025, and I hope that you keep subscribed. And until next time, bye.